billion gone in 4 days. Congress now shooting for $2 billion in 8. Cash for clunkers. So popular, the House just approved another $2 billion to keep the program running. It is designed to get gas guzzlers off the road. My next guest says, do not be surprised, though, to see these clunkers back on the road as dealers pull a fast one. Kenny Baer is a used car salesman with U.S. Auto Limited. Kenny, good to have you. We should explain to folks that the obligation is to get these clunkers off the road. That's the inspiration for it. Get the gas guzzlers off, more fuel-efficient cars on. But you either have to destroy the cars or put something in them that makes them melt away. I don't even know what it is. But they, bottom line, have to be taken off the road. You're saying that's not going to happen.
Well, I think some of it's going to happen. The new car owner, obviously the owner of the dealership, has the vested interest to keep the program going and not to kind of mess things up. But there's a big chain of command, Neil, between the guy that takes the car in the showroom and the scrap yard that's going to supposedly scrap it. And, you know, this industry is filled with thieves, villains, and scoundrels.
No,
so you take that chain of
don't
command,
say that. You're shattering the old Santa image. So, Kenny, let me ask you this.
Yeah, exactly, Neil.
Explain the process when the dealer takes your clunker. How does it get to the junker?
Well, here's what's supposed to happen, and let me reword that, supposed to happen. The car goes into the new car showroom and it gets traded in for a new car. It goes back to the service department where the service department's supposed to disable the drivetrain by putting chemicals in it or whatever they're going to do, disassemble it. Then a tow truck picks it up, takes it to a scrap yard, which then sends it to a shredding machine or crusher. And this program was modeled after the German program. And in Germany, they found the cars that they were supposed to get crushed and destroyed, you know, in South America and in Africa and back on the streets. It's inevitable. 250,000 cars were taken in. You think 10% are going to make it back on? 20%?
Well, what is your feeling? There's always that horrible statistic you hear that always consider there's at least 10% of waste going on in any undertaking. So if it's 250,000 cars that are taken off the roads, you're saying at a minimum 25,000 are going to be back on the roads.
Well, I mean, by the way, the 250,000 was the first 1 billion.
Right.
We got another 2 billion going in. How many more are going to be on the road? You're going to pull up to a red light and see your old car parked next to you with the sticker from your daughter's school on the bumper.
That's funny.
Right?
So what do you do? I mean, isn't there like punishment meted out for those who do it? Because you have to have a piece of paper that shows that the car is either gone or whatever. But I know that's easy to change.
Well,
but go ahead.
Right. What's supposed to happen is they're going to go on a website and they're going to put in the vehicle identification number of the car they scrapped. They take the title to that car. They stamp it as a certificate of destruction, which means it's not supposed to be driven on any road in America. And then it's going to go to the junkyard, like I said. But come on, Neil, you know what's going to happen. Somehow or another, the VIN numbers might be changed. The car, they can change the VIN number from one car to the other. And let me ask you this. What's the chances of you going into your Ford dealership that a clunker was traded into and possibly having used parts taken off that clunker before it makes it to the scrapyard and going on your...
You know, that's like saying, though, that, you know, when I was a kid in school, I could somehow change the date on my license or bad false IDs.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
yeah.
we're done. We're done. All right, Kenny, I get where you're coming from. Kenny Baer, very interesting.